Hi, hello, and welcome back to episode 8 of our podcast called D.D.D Discussions. I'm Laura.
And I'm Luma. And last week's episode was all about different genres in K-pop. But today, we are going to move on to a whole other different topic. We are going to talk a little bit about disbanded groups and also about groups that aren't officially disbanded, but on hiatus, I guess.
Yeah. And for the starter of this episode, we are gonna hit you with our newsflash. Woohoo! And small disclaimer, as always, we are gonna record episodes mostly on Monday. So the news is gonna be from Monday last week to this week's Monday. So basically, we are gonna cover a whole week, but with news from last week.
Yes.
Yeah. We still don't know if this makes the most of the sense, but anyway.
We take it.
We are gonna tell you what happened in the K industry and like a couple of sentences, and then again we are gonna hit you with comebacks and tour announcements.
Yes. And starting with news, I'm gonna start with Bonnedo's canceling of their concert in Bangkok because of the big earthquake that happened in Myanmar and Thailand and also some parts of China. So they literally they flew to Bangkok and then canceled the show and flew back. Some fans are kind of mad at them actually for doing this because somehow their announcement was literally weird because they announced it, then they took it off, and then they announced it again because they didn't want to crowd the airport or stuff or force things. But yes, I just saw that one on TikTok as well. Then moving on, different idols donated to the wildfire victims of the Korean wildfire that happened, I think the last week or 2 weeks even. Also, we got Kim Soo-hyun a press conference, and he literally just cried and denied all allegations. We don't know what is real and what not. And something more kind of sad as well, but actually kind of cutesy. Some of Moonbin's friends are gonna release a single together for his memorial on his death day.
Yeah, and now coming to the comebacks, actually a lot less than in last episode, actually. We don't cover all the comebacks that happens, but more like some you would kind of know more.
Yes.
So
it's just cover all. It's literally gonna be an endless list of yes.
Yeah. So I don't know that. I never knew that. Who are they? What the heck is this?
Maybe if it's a debut or something, we're gonna cover it, but not one random smaller person. I mean, yes, we could do it, but then our podcast would last 3 hours, and we're already a little bit long.
Yeah, as always. And it's just actually 4 days for this week, past week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On the 26th, we got TNX with For Real. Then the 27th, we have Byeee with Panic, Lucy with Jamge, and Eastshine with Lucky Tonight. On the 28th, we got Just Be with Chest and Artemis with Burn. And the last day would be the 31st, which is actually today. And it's Nitsuyu with Loveline, Tempest with Unfreeze, and Isna with Sign.
And for the tours, literally fresh today, we got an announcement for 80s 2025 World Tour in Your Fantasy. Mates ended the World Tour, now had fan meets.
A month ago?
Yes.
A month ago the tour ended, and now they announced again,
yeah, they
didn't even get home to rest.
Yesterday or something.
Please rest.
No resting in this house, I think.
No.
Who dare they to be resting? No, but for real, give them rest. Then G-Dragon's tour called Übermensch started in Seoul. I literally can't pronounce that one with an English accent. Übermensch. Or how would you say that one?
Come on, it's a German word and we speak German.
Yes.
So Übermensch it is.
Yes, so it started today, not today, but in Seoul. Also, Trash's tour actually started with Hyunsuk being very sad at their own concert, that he's at his own concert because he can't go to G-Dragon. Man is fanboying so bad that he's like pounding at his own concert and being like, I don't want to work today. I want to be at that concert. Why do I have to do a concert today? That was so cute.
Actually, yeah, like throwing a tantrum on the floor, not wanting to move.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
And the last tour that we got announced is J Park's tour for Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. But now, after that, we are gonna start with our main topic, aka disbanded K-pop groups and K-pop groups on hiatus. Yes.
So, what does like disbanded mean, though? The regular description on the Oxford Dictionary is the breaking up of an organized group. I can't talk anymore. Sorry.
Me neither.
And just to say it again, in K-pop, like all the members part ways with group and their agency and stop promoting together. As like in Western music, a group disbands pretty rarely, actually. And K-pop stands sadly face a lot of disbandments in their little silly K-pop world in their time being a K-pop stand.
Yes.
And sometimes even in just like 1 year, like
Five-ish.
after 1 year, and
Yeah, like 5-ish disbandments.
yeah.
Some groups don't even make it to 5 months or something.
Yeah.
Yes. But what are the different reasons a K-pop group might terminate a contract with the entertainment and suddenly drop a disbandment announcement on Twitter? First of all, we might have a regular customer, aka reason for groups parting ways, the 7-year curse. This curse is actually common in the industry as almost all entertainment set the contract for their groups up for 7 years. And sometimes there's a chance that a group might renew the contract actually so that they still promote even after 7 years. But it's kind of rare for lesser known groups. And just to drop some names that actually renewed their contracts after 7 years, we got Stray Kids, 17, Big Bang, Blackpink, BTS, kinda 80s because they're in like their 6th year right now and they're gonna turn 7 in October, but everyone thinks they're gonna renew, obviously, and also Tour announcement, so yes. Monsta X, EXO, Red Velvet, and Twice. But for some lesser fortunate souls, there was the curse, and he actually did a lot of damage. We got 4 Minute, Kara, G-Friend, Omaland, Oh My Girl, April, and BAP.
Yeah. And another unfortunate reason for disbandment might be the group starting a lawsuit against their own company, and most of mismanagement and not getting paid or even abuse, like not to mention sexual abuse. Some cases for that are like Omega X, who are still a group and moved to another entertainment. Gladly.
Thanks. After winning the lawsuit. Yes.
Yes. Birdspire. And Luna. Maybe we are a little bit very biased for that one. Okay? So.
Just a little? Just a
A
little?
lot.
Yes.
To keep going, we have Luna, where members sued Blockberry Creative, and almost all of them moved to different companies to kind of create subunits, new groups.
Yeah.
And we have BAP suing TS Entertainment and INX and Noir, and there are a lot of them.
Yeah, I think also JBJ. I think I read that one, but didn't include. Sorry. Okay, a lesser, like, ouch reason for disbandment might be plummeting album sales, though. Here we go, for example, with Pristin or Weekly. But not only these could be some reason for a group to disband, also groups that come from survival shows mostly have a short time to shine and then disband. Some here, for example, are 101, X1, even though there was like the produce scandal and stuff, but yeah, not long contract. 109, ZB1, but we don't know if they're gonna disband or maybe renew. And is one who literally disbanded. Maybe ZB1 is gonna pull a Kepler, but please don't leave, members. Please.
Please renew.
Yes.
We need more of that music, please. And the last example of why groups disband is pretty easy. They stay like underrated for way too long, and sadly, The entertainment might not see them as profitable anymore. Some examples for this one might be TFN, Tuon, Seeds, Argan, Decrunch, and Luminous.
But to move on from reasons, we are going to tell you most of the K-pop industry announces it, like how most of the K-pop industry announces the disbandment. Drum rolls. Brrr, Twitter. So to be honest, almost all of the time when an entertainment drops the sentence, "Hello, this is XY Entertainment," or like, "안녕하세요, XY Entertainment입니다," you can either guess that a member goes on a hiatus, a member is enlisting, a member is leaving, or worst case, the whole group is disbanding. And there's also another fun way of disbandment called "we stay silent and don't post anything, not even entertainment," and then one member on private social media announces actually like, "Hey, we are dead. We are disbanded. We know new music making." And that one actually hurts more than the official announcement, I think.
Yeah, actually. But if Twitter and other SNS platforms become silent, that might not necessarily mean the group disbanded fully. Like maybe they just went on a hiatus. Yes, a whole group. That actually sometimes happens in K-pop. And some good examples for that might be like From Nine. Yeah, okay, they disbanded 2024, but the longest they were inactive and didn't have a full comeback was 16 months. 16 months! And Lightsum also had a very funny 1 year and 5 months hiatus. Pixie Strong with 1 year and 2 months. And the last one we are gonna list is UNF. But they had a group hiatus because they actually all enlisted at the same time. And only the Japanese Magnus stayed alone at home and made some promotions in the name of God. Okay, no, like in the name of the group.
Another fun fact to like make a difference between a disbanded group and a group just on hiatus is the group just on hiatus regularly posts like birthday stuff for a member on their social media. Yes. So basically, if you think your group is disbanded or might be disbanded, but you see like, "Aha, happy birthday to that member," actually they're not disbanded, they're just in hiatus and they're like in the basement or God knows where. Yes. But yeah, so it actually means mostly the group is still up, but just silent and non-existent. But now, we actually wanted to quickly highlight 2 disbanded groups we liked and listened to ourselves, because this topic is pretty short and we just wanted to like give you some whoosh. Oh, here a new group. I love them. Oh, they're disbanded. I don't care. I like the music. Or your Spotify playlist, or wherever you have a playlist.
Yeah. And starting strong with Ina. Ina actually is short for "we can do it," which we actually also just found out. Because it's not like very in your face. It is "we can do it" because it's like not the first letter of every word. No, for the "we" it's the second, for the "can" it's the last, for the "do" it's the last, and for the "it" it's the first letter. Like,
make it make sense.
Drank too much while making this. But yeah,
Kevin
consists.
I don't know.
Ina consists of 7 members. It consisted of 7 members: Laon, Dojin, Hamin, Avin, Jino, J-Kid, and Gun.
3 obviously not now in OX. No. We would never pick
But
OX,
you
though.
won't find any of them under that name in OX.
True. Actually, all of them are different now. Okay, 2 Jinos.
Yeah.
He got J-Kid.
They have 2 Jinos now, and not one of them is called Jino most of the time. Also a funny thing. Like, not one just got like a nickname to like have a difference in them both, and not like call Gino and both are always looking. No, they both have nicknames now. So yeah.
Yeah, but somehow they still call both of them like Gino. Like literally,
Gino Kevin Nim.
they both. Yeah, Park Gino Kevin Nim. For example, the meme from OX, like the one where you could do Pakchino Kevinim. It's the same person. But I think actually they mostly call him like Chinu, like both of them.
Yeah,
but
like
it's
fans.
mostly Chinu Hyung.
Like,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. I meant like the fans, not always saying Jino, but like Sen and Kevin.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a freak out there calling both of them Jinu. Who knows?
But yeah, to stop yapping about OX like always, and to keep going with Inoue, even though it's the next OX group. So, never mind. They had their debut on April 19th, 2019, which is actually a pretty date. And also a kind of hurting date now, to be honest. April 19th.
Was it April 19th? Wasn't it earlier?
I think it was 19th.
No, I'm not sure anymore. Move on, I don't want to mention it anyways. Mentioned it already.
And you mentioned it earlier.
Isn't April 19th also the, like, for my ex-boyfriend birthday? I don't know.
Stop.
It's going deeper and
Anyways,
deeper.
they had their disbandment on January 22nd, 2021. And they were under... Help me out.
I don't know. Kite whale, kit whale.
Kite whale, kite whale. KITHEWAHLE Entertainment. Yeah.
Yes.
We're never gonna pronounce that right. And their first single was Bloom, and their fandom name was Race. Realize All Your Star. They really drank some interesting stuff while making those names. Though Race makes more sense because it's always the first letter of like the meaning.
But it doesn't make sense if you like write it. Realize all your star.
Yeah, it's not really English, but we don't.
You are a star, but that's also.
They really have it with like I forgot what it's called, but
yeah, the short
yeah. Like their name, their fandom name, their last released song, which is Way, aka Where Are You? So
they just
yeah. And actually about Inoue, there is not really much to say, like nothing at all, really. Like really interesting, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
didn't find anything.
Our last point will be a song recommendation, like you know from our Nugu and Speaker Groups episodes, where we also highlighted some groups. We always had a song recommendation, and our song recommendation for Inoue is Desert Star. Give it a listen. It's a very, very good song.
Yes. Not Binary Star, Desert Star.
Yeah.
Because first I wanted to actually write Binary Star because I was stuck with Binary Star.
And Binary Star is the song from MX.
Yeah, I don't know. I just knew Kevin in it, and I was like, yeah, Wax. No, wait, that's the wrong one. And lastly, for disbanded groups, we wanted to introduce you a bit to TFN. Formerly, they were known as T1419, but they changed the name to TFN because it's easier, I think, to pronounce. And the Korean version for T1419 was awful. I don't even want to say it. I can't remember it anyways. But yes, I think it was Ilsa Ilgu. Yeah, it was weird. So they consist of 9 members called Noah, Xian, Kevin, Kuno, Leo, On, Zero, Kairi, and Kyo. And they were actually a Japanese-Korean group, like mixed-ish kind of thing. And they had a debut on January 11th, 2021. Their disbandment was actually February 29th, 2024. So they actually never disbanded, I guess, because they doesn't exist. Oh, okay, no. Sorry. Maybe they disbanded 2028. Who knows? I don't know. And their entertainment company was MLD Entertainment, aka Momoland's Entertainment, kinda. Yes. That says everything, I guess, actually, I think. And there was a meaning, actually, for TFN. So, teenagers who met at the age of 14 to 19 that express their passion through music. The name is a reference to the concept of boys, which is to present problems, etc. Teenagers have in the 21st century. Yeah, actually, that's something I found. Their fandom name actually is also a German word called Edelweiss. I don't know how to pronounce that one on English either. Edelweiss?
Well, if we pronounce it in English, we pronounce it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's German, so we are the ones who pronounce it the right way. So if
Yes,
you pronounce it
particularly
ever any other way, you made it wrong. Because we pronounce it the right way.
Okay. I love the amount of German in this episode, actually. Feels like an episode of Jet Lag the game. Okay, so as I mentioned, they are a Japanese Korean group, so they not only were active in Korea, but also in Japan and the US, actually. Their first single album, Before Sunrise Part 1, and the song Asura were pretty popular. And the last release was actually Ice Cream, even though I think not all of the people like who know TFN as a group might know that Ice Cream was the last release. I think they might think it was Amazon or something. And they won 2 awards, actually, though. One at the AAA, Asian Artist Awards. Yes, 2021 for Potential Singer Award, and AAA 2022, also the Potential Awards Singer. I don't know if there's a difference, but yes. And to be honest, there is not much really to say about them as well, only these kind of things. So, Songwreck is actually Amazon, because it's kind of cute and kind of funny. Even though I like Dracula as well. But it's the pre-release. Yes.
Yeah, and we have some other songs from other disbanded groups we are also gonna recommend to you. And songs we think you maybe should give a listen to because we like them.
Yes.
And starting with one team, which we mentioned also just a couple times already.
Yeah, but actually all of them are like really good.
Yeah. But we chose Make This. Then for 1 to 9, we have Blah. For History, it will be Queen. JBJ will be My Flower. Then for Luminous, give a listen to All Eyes Down. For 7 o'clock, it's What's Up, and not What's Up, but WASSUP.
Yeah, I wrote it different.
And for Snooper, it's Tulip.
And the weirdest thing I'm gonna do now is me telling you girl group voices. So we got Hinapia with Drip, CLC with Devil, Prison 5 with Get It. Yeah, I know it's a subunit, but Prison 5 is my favorite. Like it's literally the favorite song of all Prison and Prison 5 songs, so sorry. Get It? Gugudan with Not That Type, Hot Issue with Icons, and I know might not be your type of soup, but Wacky Meki with Picky Picky, and I love this song. I would defend it actually. It's freaking annoying, but I love it.
Go for it.
But to not leave groups on hiatus out, we are actually quickly going to present you 2 of our like groups that are kind of in hiatus log. And I'm going to start with New Kid. And Jesus Christ, I researched them like an hour ago and I was literally brain dead after that one. Because their K profile is not up to date. I don't think they had Wikipedia. They have like 50 subunits before debut. They have 5 subunits after debut, I think. It felt like it was just chaos. But the members are Jinkwon, Chae-jian, Yunmin, Uchul, Kang Seung-chan, Minuk, and Hee. And there was also a former member that actually trained with NCT, and he was supposed to debut with NCT, but now he's a dance teacher in Australia, I think. His name is Jihan-seo. And the debut was on April 25th, 2019, with their first release, Tueres. Last release was Come. And now let's get me to the subunits. One subunit is called Let Me Spoil You, and it had their debut in 2017, so basically 2 years before New Kid actually had their debut. Then another subunit that literally had debut in 2018 was called New Kid 02. And then we got actually the debut, and then we have another kind of subunit thingy, but it's not really a subunit, in 2022 with 2 members release a song called Victory. But nowadays, the only things that they upload on the channel are actually just videos of Jinkwon. Yes. But we know that they're not disbanded because they celebrate birthdays on Twitter. I don't know. I follow them and the only things I see are either Jinkwon sometimes or like, happy birthday to this member. Didn't tweet in like 50 years, but yes, thank you. And fun fact, they actually sang a song, an OST for MVL called To My Star. And because their discography is literally 7 songs with, I don't know, nothing, I'm gonna give you a song recommendation called Come. It's literally the last comeback, actually, kind of.
Yeah.
But yes, move on. I'm gonna get a headache from you, like, New Kid.
Yeah, and last but not least, we got you with Unique, and the members of Unique are Sho Yiswa.
Yeah, it's Chinese, actually, to be fair. The member names are kind of hard.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Then Kim Sung-jo, Lee Wenhan,
Wenhan, I guess.
Wenhan, Cho Sung-yeon,
yeah,
and
Wang
Wang
Yibo.
Yibo.
Yeah, Wang Yibo. Actually, I think that's the most known with Sungyeon, because he was in a kind of BL, not BL, but yes.
Anyways, they had their debut on the 20th October 2014 under Yuewa Entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are a Chinese and Korean group, actually. As said, with the probably not right, correctly pronounced
yes.
Chinese name. Anyways, their first release was Falling in Love, and their last release as of now was Never Left and Next Mistake in April 2018.
2028. Oh, they're gonna debut soon.
And actually, some funny facts. They were supposed to debut under YG, but nope, they didn't. And they landed in UAE. And they have Chinese OST versions for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Penguins of Madagascar, which is actually very, very funny.
It's pretty cute as well, actually.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Yes. And members went on and did like different things. For example, Yibo did acting. Wootsy Poopsy was like first in X1 and now what's aka the god of soloists.
Okay.
My favorite soloist. One of my
god
favorite
of soloists. Okay.
One of my favorite soloists. That's what I said. And we have Sungjo that went into military. And for the song recommendation, I didn't write it. Luma wrote. It's Ew.
Everyone knows that one.
Everyone knows that one, but I actually just can't take it serious anymore, to be honest.
It sounds like Kristen.
But yeah, and to be honest, that's actually it for the main topic. And now, to not end this episode without our favorite section, we have our song and drama recommendations. Yippee! And as always, I'm gonna start with the song recommendation. And for today, because Luma and I maybe fell into a hole.
No,
called,
we never would. No.
Called Byeee because of Junso acting in Pimisai, aka Secret Relationship. Never. But we are both listening. No. Never. We are both maybe, just maybe, not maybe. It's just, what are you talking about? Listening to We Are on repeat.
No, we're mentally stable. Yes.
Yeah, very
mentally
much.
stable on the table. Yes.
Yeah. And for to give you song recommendations based on our lately problems, I'm gonna give you Breathing from Byeee, which is, I think, one of the favorite songs from both of us from Byeee.
Yes.
Very much on repeat.
Maybe not even my. I think it's even my favorite. Like, not enough.
I can't decide.
Yeah, I'm very much into Overdrive right now. Even the English version, I don't know, both catch me. But Breathing is like literally right now top tier for me. Same with George Lobster. Like, George and Breathing are literally like next to each other right now for me. And to be honest, George is claiming his spot at my favorite Extraordinary Hero songs. Never mind. Yes.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, about dramas. I got like for today. At a distance, spring is green. I might need to watch what I'm saying because Laura still wants to like watch the drama. But it's literally like I started maybe because of Park Ji-yoon. I kind of fell for the other guy as well. Oopsie, Painhyuk. No, I would never. There's also not a girl from CSC in it. No, I would not. And she has also she doesn't have red hair. No, I'm literally sim for those people. But yes, the drama is actually about Park Ji-hoon, like the character, being like rich and happy and fancy and funny and everything. But Byeee has some problems with family and everything. And then there's Bainhyuk. His character is kind of like poor, literally the opposite of Ji-hoon's character. And basically, their both worlds collide at uni, and they need to like work together, but kind of hard to be honest. And they actually get a closer bond like during the whole show. One thing that actually annoys me because of the drama, it was supposed to be a BL. The screenwriters changed it to a straight thing. And I swear to God, you can feel that it was a BL, but not a straight thing. Should not have been straight at all. I'm so sorry. I mean, yeah, okay, the girly pop is nice, but no. Nothing straight in there, please. But I love the like brother friendship thingy between them now that they're not a couple or something. They're just cute. And the storyline is pretty deep. But like, yeah. I mean, the title says at a distance spring is green, so basically it says that if you look from the distance, spring might be pretty and stuff, but if you're in spring and that something and everything, like, it might not be green and it might be rainy or something. So yeah. I just love it. It's pretty. Wanted to rewatch it, stopped at episode 5 or 3 because another drama came in between, but I actually still want to rewatch it. That's enough yapping for me, please. My brain is fried chicken.
Keeping it short for this time, actually, which is a rarity, actually, for us.
Yeah, and we might actually come below 30 minutes. Maybe at 30 minutes.
Actually, maybe. But yeah, actually, I think that's it for today's episode and for disbanded and on hiatus groups and everything. And again, as always, if you missed something, you still have it in mind and you want to add something, you can gladly leave a comment below and tell us there. Also, you can gladly tell us your favorite already disbanded group. And
or
maybe
that's on hiatus.
Yeah. And maybe give us some song recommendations we maybe haven't known yet, and maybe we will again discover some gems out there. And
also, next week's episode is going to be a special episode, actually. Just as a spoiler. But I'm not going to spoil what. Actually, next week and the following week. If we record it earlier.
Yeah.
If we don't, just only the next week might be special. Or you're going to see that one if you join in.
Yes. But now, we would say goodbye for today, and let's meet in next week's episode for this podcast called
D.D.D Discussions.
Stay tuned for our following content, and have a good one. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.